We are here with Everett, Massachusetts' very own Robbie Riobe, safety at the University of Maine. And his freshman year, they did redshirt him, but this past spring season, or this COVID season, people called it because it was pushed to spring, he had an amazing season, honestly. 25 tackles, one fumble recovery. So, what was your mindset going into this past spring season, especially with all this stuff that was going on with COVID, and it was crazy, honestly. So what was your mindset going into?
Take advantage of every opportunity that they give me and to show them that I'm one of the people on the defense that you don't need to take off the field. Like I'm a guy that wants to play every snap, even on special teams. Like once I'm on that field, I'm hungry, and like I always tell my teammates every day, like be greedy. Like once on first from that field, take everything because everything is yours.
Yeah.
Those are-
What game would you say was the best game that you think you had this past spring season that challenged you the
Um,
most?
I could say this statistically, I think Albany
Uh,
might have been no Stony Brook was my best game. That's when I think I had like around 9 tackles and one full recovery. And yeah, I think Stony Brook was my best game. It was a pretty they were a pretty good team. It was a good challenge, and we ourselves are a young team, so it was challenging us pretty good. Their run game was pretty good. And like we came through together because it was a tough game, and we came through at the end to win that game for it.
Going into Umaine, what? So you're a safety. You had to choose to be a safety. So can you give some background on like how that happened? Like you had to choose between being a corner and or a safety going into Umaine.
Um, Junior year, I played corner, and I ended up getting all my offers for corner. And going into my senior year in high school, I ended up moving to safety because Lewis, my teammate, needed up moving to Texas to play over there. So I moved to safety. I made that move to safety, and I let some of the schools know that I was playing safety. And at the end of the year, I just looked at the roster to the schools that I was thinking about going to, and like it was really a business move that I was like, yeah. I talked to a couple of people, including Lewis, who was a safety at Georgia himself. I talked to him, a couple of other people. It was like, yeah, you can make a lot more plays at safety, honestly, and you can free roam as a guy that just loves to run to the ball and make plays. You can do a lot of things at free safety, and so that's why I chose that. Really,
Oh, I really like that. So going, so what would you say? Um, as a safety, you are a heart player that just goes 20 like 110 every single play. Is that what you
yeah,
like? Would you call yourself as like a player, just a player that gives 110% no matter what?
yeah, because I don't believe there's middle ground when you're out there on that field. It's because it's literally war. I look at it like So if like you're not going 100%, 110% every play, somebody else is, and you could get put on your yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that's how I look at it. If I'm not going 110%, then I shouldn't be out there.
Yep. I agree with that. And with being a safety, did you did you look do you like watch any highlight tapes of an NFL player or of an ex NFL player that you may look up to and to like try to imitate their game?
I watch um Ed Reed film, but I also like recent safeties that I watch are like somebody like a similar build as me, like a Buda Baker, or like and I watch old Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, stuff, all that, all the great safeties that's played the game. I watched them, the Honey Badger, you
Yep.
know, just in the young guys, because there's a lot of things you can take from their game too. Like a dude like Eddie Jackson, I've been watching that at Alabama for a long time. Because of his ability to both play man. He's like a corner that plays safety. So like both play man, just like me kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I watch a lot of film on those guys to take little things from their games to bring it to my game.
What is the biggest would you say asset that you have that you could bring to a team that you bring to Umaine?
Heart. I
Like,
feel like my heart, my drive, my hunger for the game, and to be the best I can be and to better my teammate every day. I feel like that's really the best asset I can bring to them. Just making sure that they can count on me whenever I need it, just vice versa.
hello. What would you say your biggest weakness is and something that you can improve on the most?
Right now I could say that, like, since I'm a guy that I watch a lot of film, when I'm out there, like I almost sometimes I even call out the offensive plays before they even run sometimes, and like I tell my teammates this might be coming, just because of play recognition and formation tendencies and all that we watch throughout the week. So like sometimes, yeah. So my play recognition, like just formation tendencies and stuff like that. I think like just trust myself more, just trust my ability to recognize things and react at 100% instead of second guessing myself sometimes will allow me to make more plays. I think that's where my weakness is right now. Just trusting what I see and what I know.
Okay, I like so. You mean by like play recognition and stuff like that, and play recognition and play recognition. That's what I really meant to say. So like talking about play recognition, would you say that what one do you challenge more with? Like, is there a particular like passing that you is a challenge for you that we'd have to improve on, or is it like running, like reading the run plays or passing plays?
I think it's just reading the passing concepts itself, because I was a receiver once, and so sometimes I'll know like the offense is doing, as in terms of passing concepts. Like if they send one guy deep over here on my side, I know that they might be just clearing out this space just to bring something back into that area. And so, I can pick up on stuff like that sometimes. And like, these past few games or like this last game, even like there was a couple of opportunities I think I felt like I left on the table just because I knew where the ball was going and I knew like the quarterback and what the offensive coordinator on their sideline really was trying to do. And
Yeah.
like, but first, like I tell myself I got to do my job first. I don't want to be out of position and stuff like that. But other than that, I think like if I can trust myself just a little more passing concepts and just knowing like, high to low or whatever they want to do. And like when I see it, I just trust in it. Yeah.
Good. Would you rather get a sack, forced fumble, or get a pick six?
Pick
And you
six.
recover
All
the
day.
and you recover the fumble though. You force the fumble and you recover the fumble.
Pick six all day. Yeah.
Why?
Huh? You said
Why?
why?
Yeah, why?
I just like, like you going and taking that ball from the quarterback and returning it for a touchdown, giving your team points is different.
What if you
Like,
sack
whatever's going.
and you get the forced fumble? You sack the quarterback.
See, but pick six is 6 points.
You get a point. Yeah, you get a point.
Yeah.
True. True. You got me there. You got me there.
For a touchdown, then I don't want it.
Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, I agree with that. I was just thinking like there's more the meaning. I think if you sack them and then you force like you rip that ball out and then you like pick the ball up and you get your own force fumble and you just look at the like QB like I got the ball now. Like I forced it out and I recovered it myself. Like, I was just thinking that would be like that mindset. I don't know. My mindset is just like that. I would like just the meaning. If I was like that quarterback, that'd be more the meaning than like a pick six, the meaning to me. But I'm like You just got manhandled and got the ball taken from you, and the dude that manhandled you pick up the ball too. That's what I was thinking. I was just like, that was my. I would just choose that, but I like the pick six. I agree with you. If you're gonna intercept it, you gotta get a touchdown with it, no matter what. So what so you're going to UMaine. What is your favorite uniform at University of Maine?
Man, I think it's gonna be the all whites for me.
The icy whites.
Yeah, the icy whites we just.
Do you like the? Does UMaine have the tell me if I'm wrong. Did they have the baby blue? They had baby blue or something on their uniform, like a uniform.
Yeah, we got the baby blue stripes because we just got the baby blue pants too to go with that. So yeah, we got the baby blue stripes on the shirts and the jerseys and numbers.
Would you like to see a full baby blue jersey and the pants?
I would love to see a all black and baby blue.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's really one I would like to see. Where the Black Bears, like an all black and baby blue would be.
That would be awesome. Would you so what would you want to be the baby blue part? Like the numbers, like the outline of the numbers? Or like
the stripes, some of the outlines of the numbers, stuff like that, the logo, a couple like just but like all black uniforms though.
Imagine you're the Black Bears. Imagine you have the claws on the shoulders in baby blue.
Ooh.
That would be fire. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I was just thinking on the Black Bears. I'm like, I've seen like some uniforms have like the claw coming out, like the scratch. I was gonna like imagine that like with the baby blue, because you're gonna have all black and then you have that, and that would be pretty dope. And then you have it on the pants too. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Everett, Massachusetts, close to Foxborough. You're obviously a Patriots fan. What do you guys think? What do you think about this season so far?
Kind of funny because I feel like their season's kind of like our season. I feel like they're stressed at any moment, and I feel like just like the main Black Bears, we're hitting our stride at the right moment, kind of, you know.
Yes.
And Patriots though, like winner, I'm with the Patriots, but I feel like for the future, like might not be this year, but Mac Jones is he's pretty good. Pretty good.
Did you doubt him at first when they drafted him? Because I know a lot of people were.
Not really. Just because I saw I'm an Alabama Crimson Tide fan. Ooh. Just because like I came from a Crimson Tide family.
True.
So yeah, I look at Nick Saban and Bill Belichick as like, yeah, it's them the two go-to.
Yeah, monarchs, I call them.
For real. So like when he came in, I was like, nah, this like when I saw him sit behind like all those QBs at Alabama and didn't really leave, even with the new rules there and stuff like that. Like I was like, yeah, he's tough. He's tough for staying there and then doing what he did that 1 year.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Talking about what he did that 1 year, and that goes into like the Heisman. Do you think the Heisman is just a offensive award at this point?
At this point, yes.
Because I feel like that you have, and honestly, not just even an offense award. I think it's just a running back and QB. Yes, I know Devontae won it last year, but when's the last time before Devontae, the wide receiver, won it? It was like in the 90s, I think it was.
Howard, yeah.
So is it just a QB running back award at this point?
I feel like it is, just because like those guys have the ball in their hands a lot, so they get to put up a lot more statistics and stuff like that. If they really want to look at like who should win the Heisman, it should be like who has their overall impact on the teams and stuff like that. Like if a dude's a monster on defense and his team's winning the national championship, I feel like he should get a look too.
Yes, I agree with that totally. I think that they should, at this point, make a defensive Heisman. Make a
At this point, yeah.
make a defensive Heisman and then make an offensive Heisman, or just do something because it's like you have the guy. I've got his name. He's at Georgia right now, and he's having a phenomenal year. And literally, I'm just like, he's not even on the odds. Like he's not even.
Ron,
Yes, he's
Kobe Dean, yeah.
yeah, he's having a really good year, and I'm ahead. Like, I'm not saying he should be the favorite, but I'm saying he's impacting the game every single like play. And I think too, like, yes, I know Bryce Young is doing great, Matt Corral is doing great, but that guy Kenneth Walker from Michigan State deserves some more respect. I think he should be the favorite because looking at his stats, he's putting up good numbers that are impacting games. That who would have thought Michigan State would have been 7-0?
Yeah.
And one of the biggest reasons is because of him. So I think that, and we all expected Bryce Young to have this season. I feel like that you should have some players up there. Like I always said, I bring it back to last year's Heisman when Devontae won it. I think that Brees Hall from Iowa State, he had 100 yards in every single game except for one. That one game he didn't have it. He was 96 yards or something like that. That's phenomenal. And he was behind Najee Harris in the votes. And I was in my head like, yes, I know Najee did great receiving, but I'm like, did he average over 100 rushing yards a game, basically? I'm like, that's something you don't really hear. That's some Derrick Henry numbers right there. And I was just like, I feel like he deserved, and he was like 6th or 7th in the votes. And I'm like, I feel like it's either an Alabama, Ohio State, USC, like one of those. It's a SEC, I feel like SEC, Big Ten, or ACC award at this point, or Big 12 because Oklahoma. And it's like you never see other schools win it. And I know like talent, people say that there's talent that is putting up numbers like Pickett from Pittsburgh, quarterback. He's putting up better numbers than Bryce Young and Matt Corral, but he's not. He's fifth for the odds, and I'm like, how does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's just I feel like it matters what school you go to.
Honestly, it does.
And it's sad. I feel like that's what's kind of hurting college football because everyone's like looking at it like as a 18-year-old. I look at it as, oh, I can go get a Heisman possibly if I go to Alabama when I'm a quarterback. Like Bryce Young's a freshman, and he's the favorite. I'm like, if I'm a 18, like a 17, 16-year-old, I'm looking at that like, I can do that. I just have to go there for 1 year. Like, I can win a Heisman if I perform decent. He is performing good. Like, I'm not gonna like, but it's just like one of those things where I don't know. Like, I don't know if he should be the favorite because I feel like he was just the favorite because he's Alabama.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you like agree?
I think I'm a Bama fan, so it's like, but I also think like I understand like what you're saying too, because like if you go to Alabama and your team's winning, you're gonna be surrounded by weapons, first round talent, first round receivers, and it's kind of hard not to put up big numbers when you have all that talent around you. And like I feel it's definitely a product of Bryce Young's talent and just the Bama.
Yeah,
like Bama system. So it's definitely a lot of things that goes into it, but like I think Bryce Young is putting up pretty good numbers for like his first and everything like that. So like
their Heisman numbers though.
I've seen better Heisman numbers though. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's
but
what
like for this year, I think like they set the Heisman number at who has the highest numbers.
Yeah.
Basically. So like they for this year their Heisman numbers.
Yeah, I feel like this year there's no clear cut favorite. Like I feel like it can go to Pickett, it can go to Walker from Michigan State, and I feel like it can go to any one of the. If you're in the top 6, I feel like it can go to any of those top 6 because there's no favorite. And I feel like it's so close of a margin between them that any bad game will hurt them a lot. And I feel like I kind of like it though because you don't know who's gonna win it. You don't know who the favorite. Like the favorite is Bryce Young, but I feel like he's really not the favorite because it's so close between everybody else and him with numbers. And I'm like, I feel like we haven't had that in a long time because like last year we knew it was gonna be Devontae or Trask or Mac Jones. We all knew that it was gonna be between those three right there.
Yeah.
And I was like looking at this year, and I'm like, there's no clear cut. Like you're just like, okay, Spencer Rattler's out. And do you think he's gonna transfer?
I feel like I feel like he might.
I do too, because the freshman.
He put himself by with all those NIL deals, honestly. And like that's what comes with it. Like just like when you go into the big times, you go into the NFL, like you're gonna get paid, you're gonna be asked to perform. And if you're not, what happens?
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's a business in a way at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And like going back to what you said before, with Everett, going to Everett, it's competing every single day. So you learn that work ethic and you learn, and I feel like there's some kids that go to high school that don't have that work ethic. And when they get to college, I think Spencer Rattler is a prime example. He didn't ever have someone battling for his spot or someone behind.
Yeah.
Now he has it and he's faced adversity for the first time and he's crumbling. And I feel like it's something that I think we should keep our eye on to see what he does, see how he reacts.
Yeah.
You think that with Caleb Williams now, a quarterback of Oklahoma, do you think that they are better or worse?
I don't watch a lot of Oklahoma, but I feel like Caleb Williams is just coming in and like he's doing his thing, like because all the pressure wasn't on him. Like he was just kind of like a surprise, really. Like not even a surprise because he was a high-rated prospect, I can say. But like as far as like this season, all the pressure was on Spencer Rattler. So it was like just even like not even with the NIL deals, but to live up to the expectations of the QBs that were before him, Jay Hurts, Kyle Murray, all of them, Baker Mayfield. Yeah, there was a lot of people before him that he had to live up to.
There's two Heismans right there.
Yeah, and they were treating him like he was already them without actually doing the work.
Do you think they like in college football do you think they hyped the freshmen up too much?
I think they have to hype the freshmen up, honestly.
Like nationally?
Sometimes. Nationally, it does become too much, but you can't really do anything once you end up at a school and the national spotlight is on you, and the former QBs that went there are in the league now.
Yeah,
like you're expected to perform, and the hype only larger as you're performing. But if you're not performing, it can also be bad.
I agree with that, and I think that goes back to what we were talking about earlier with the colleges. Like, know what you're getting into before you make your choice, and know that what pressures become, and think about if you have like a bad game or two bad games, the person behind you is a highly touted recruit that is drooling to get that starting spot, that wants that really bad. And I feel like that is something that I don't think Rattler processed. I think Rattler thought, like, with all that hype, did his head get too big? Like, did his head get too big and think that he was untouchable? Maybe I think that may be something that happened because he never got sat before. And then once he sat, like, if he had a bad game, they were all like, next game. Like in college, especially Oklahoma, there ain't no next game. You have to perform every single week or you're out of the playoff. Especially with how close they've been almost losing. I feel like Williams has performed amazing, especially because he knows if he loses, their season's probably done.
Yeah, because Oklahoma, you usually have to outscore their opponent. I don't think you're gonna get that defensive stop like in Alabama. You
Yeah.
usually got for the opponent to win the game and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely is a lot, and you got to keep up with everybody else.
Yeah.
Put up high numbers. Yeah, score a lot.
And especially with Oklahoma and Texas coming into the SEC now, hey, that's gonna be something to watch. That
Yeah.
like what do you think about that? What were you when you heard about that? What was your first reaction?
Like with that, I was like, damn. I mean, you might as well just watch SEC every Saturday because that's where the best football gonna be. You already know that. Like even before they were there, like the SEC is, which it's like the NFL of the college, really. Like if
Yeah,
you're in that league, you're playing tough opponents every game, and I think like if one of these SEC teams, like if they left SEC, went to another conference, they would probably have success. Whereas they wouldn't have success against like Alabama because they have to play a tough SEC opponent every week or something like that. You know?
yeah. It's like that was a great reference you said. It's like the NFL of college football because it really is. There's like what Nick Saban or not Nick, what Urban Meyer said for Jacksonville. He said every single week it's playing 5 stars and 4 stars. But if you go to the SEC, it's the same thing. And especially with
Yeah.
Texas coming in, it's 4 stars, 5 stars every single week, and you got teams that I feel bad for. I feel bad for Vanderbilt. I really do because they're just like we're here because of our baseball team. Our baseball team's good in the SEC. We're not. We're just here. I feel bad, but I mean maybe they can turn it around. Probably not. I think that's good for the recording. Yeah. So I'll just end the recording on that. I'll say thank you for on the video so you can see it. Thank you for doing this interview. It means a lot. To go follow him on Instagram. I will leave the link to his Instagram down below in the description. And make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe button, join the KBN Sports Talk family. And until next time, see ya.